Ted Cruz weighed in on the expectation that Trump will be indicted out of the federal investigation into his mishandling of classified documents and the obstruction led by special counsel Jack Smith, as I was talking about in the last segment. And Ted Cruz expects that Trump will be indicted as well. He's predicting it's coming out of this investigation. Now, his reasons for this are incorrect. He incorrectly assesses the purpose of this investigation, the purpose of the DOJ holding Trump accountable legally for his violations of the law, but still notable. Republican U.S. Senator predicting Trump will be indicted.
The hypocrisy is massive, and mark my words, I believe Merrick Garland will indict Donald Trump. He wants to indict Donald Trump because he hates Donald Trump. He hates him. He's angry. Merrick Garland is angry that he wasn't confirmed to the Supreme Court. He wants to indict him.
That's a new one. Trump's going to be indicted, according to Ted Cruz, for mishandling classified documents and obstructing the investigation, knowing he shouldn't have them, but trying to keep them away from federal authorities, lying to federal authorities, all of that. He's going to be indicted for that, not because he did those things, but because Merrick Garland is really upset that he wasn't confirmed to the Supreme Court. The interesting thing is, a lot of these individuals running cover for Trump, defending him, never contend with the facts of the case. They never say, no, I don't think Trump had those documents, or I don't think the evidence being reported on is accurate. I'm sure that happens too, but mostly it's just, what about Biden? Or what about Hunter Biden's laptop? Or Merrick Garland just hates Trump. Why not try to refute the evidence that is coming out of just from reporting this investigation? Who knows what they have that hasn't been reported on. Bill Barr, Trump's former attorney general, who used to be very loyal to Trump and now is speaking out against him here and there, he is taking a very different look at this investigation, has different analysis than Ted Cruz did. Take a look.
Based on the facts, as the facts come out, I think over time people will see that this is not a case of the Department of Justice, conducting a witch hunt. In fact, they approached this very delicately and with deference to the president, and this would have gone nowhere had the president just returned the documents. But he jerked them around for a year and a half, and the question is, did he deceive them? And if there's evidence of that, I think people will start to see that this says more about Trump than it does the Department of Justice, and that is that he's so egotistical that he has this penchant for conducting, risky, reckless acts to show that he can sort of get away with it. It's part of asserting his ego, and he's done this repeatedly at the expense of all the people who depend on him to conduct the public's business in an honorable way. And, we saw that with both impeachments, and there's no excuse for what he did here. Based on the fact.
Very, very interesting. And I do think getting to, even though this shouldn't at all play a role in the decision making on the part of the DOJ or anything like that, we're going to be interested to see, of course, how this affects the political reality. I think Republicans will rally more around Trump, but the general electorate will be turned off by all these different indictments and investigations and criminal violations and stuff like that. And I do think, even though a majority of the American public thinks Trump should have been indicted for the Manhattan District Attorney case too, and he should be held accountable for all of his violations of the law, I do think this case, because of how cut and dry it is, will be even more digestible for the American people and will make a lot of people, if not realize, once again recognize just how irresponsible and how not qualified to be president of the United States Trump is. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are able to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, plus get the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.